What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. What the hell is going on when it comes to Juventus' transfer market? The rumors out here are just getting crazy. We're going to go through them all. Just stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today it is Tuesday, December 28, 2021, and of course I have your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news that you care about, especially now that this Mercado is going to be heating up and we're going to get even more insane rumors that are out there and news. Who knows what might happen? We'll go through those here in just a second. But before we do any of that, as always, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button on this video as it really helps our channel grow. And also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos so you can see them as soon as they drop and get the latest news as soon as it's out there. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you follow us on our social media accounts, on Twitter and Instagram and all that, at bianconerizone, and follow me if you feel so inclined, at Justin Sofro on Twitter as well. Let's jump into it now because we got a little bit of a doozy to talk about. All right, the very first one we have up here, and let's get through on here, is talking about the Paulo Dybala situation. And with Paulo Dybala, what we have here is Luca Bianchi was talking about it with Gazzetta dello Sport, saying Paulo Dybala's contract renewal is not a done deal. Between January and February, Juve will probably offer new conditions to Dybala's agent, Jorge Anton. Probably a shorter deal, 3 years or with different terms. There's a second part to this, so let me go ahead and read that before I give you my opinion that I'm sure you guys are clamoring for. Second up, we have Paulo Dybala in October accepted a contract extension at a lower rate. The club now want a discount, knowing full well that he could leave for free. Why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta do this to me? Dybala? Cherubini? Whoever, Arriva Bene, whoever the hell it is that's doing this, why you gotta do this to me? I don't want to talk about Dybala's renewal anymore. I'm done with it, okay? And I say that, but I'm gonna keep talking about it because as long as Alejandro keeps making the graphics, I am Ron Burgundy, and I full on have to talk about it. It's so frustrating. Just get the damn deal done if you're gonna get it done, or move on. Bleep or get off the pot. That's all I have to say at this point. I get why the things are going the way they're going. All this has to be kind of what we speculated at here on the channel, is that more than likely the cause of this was not Dybala not wanting to sign this contract. It was Juventus pulling back a little bit, looking at the situation, looking at more than likely the injury situation with Dybala. Do you want to tie yourself to this player for 5 years who is injured every third week, or at least? You know what I mean? It's frustrating. Again, we're going to have more meetings to the meeting. I truly believe Dybala wants to stay at Juventus. I think his passion is with Juventus and he wants to stay with the club. I think Juventus want to have him. But I do understand this move. I completely understand this move by Juventus to try to save themselves from having another player, regardless of how good a player is. You don't want to tie yourself to somebody. If they can't play and they're injured, then there's no reason to have them on your books. That's what I'm going to leave it at that for now today. That's the situation with Dybala. We'll see if he ends up signing up for a lesser deal, maybe a 3-year deal rather than a 5-year deal. See if he takes it at a lower amount, whatever have you. Otherwise, now it's kind of in his hands. He's able to do whatever he wants now because you're going to have January soon. And I think now, starting in the new year, he's able to negotiate. And like I said, he could full on leave for free and have that all lined up for him here in the coming weeks. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep you filled in when it comes to the Dybala saga. Sorry, I'm just exhausted from it. All right, let's move on to news that you guys also care about, and it's Paul Pogba. We're going to talk about Pogba here today. Tuttosport is reporting that PSG and Real Madrid are interested in Pogba. Both destinations are appreciated by the player, who, however, in Turin would also find many friends. What a weird way to put that. I don't know why that's so weird to me. Anyway, Juve is thinking about it. The decree could be helpful for the salary, but Juve will have to get rid of those two big wages as well. So obviously you got to get rid of maybe an Archer, maybe a Rabiot, maybe a Bentancur, maybe a Ramsey. Ramsey is definitely, you have to get rid of Ramsey. Another option you'd have to get rid of potentially is Weston McKennie. Not that he's a huge wage, but he's another player that could bring in some money. that could also affect things down the line when it comes to Chouameni. I've seen that pop in as well. So we'll see. Would I be willing to sacrifice Weston McKennie as an American for Paul Pogba or for Chouameni? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. He is probably our second best midfielder right now, the way that he's been playing. But if you can get one of those talents, that's another tier level that you really can't say no to. So yeah, definitely I would say yes, make the move. But we'll see how it plays out. Pogba's still an option out there. Do I think it's likely? Probably not, if I'm being honest. I'm being a little bit more realistic here. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But for right now, Paul Pogba has 3 options, really. It looks like PSG, Real Madrid, and of course, Juventus. Moving on. Here we go. Republica is reporting, talking about selling a main player to get a main player. Juventus, this is all Republica that's reporting this. I want to be clear with that. Juventus are planning, because sometimes people get on here, and I know I cut away again. Sometimes people get on here and they think what we're reporting is what we're saying, or what we're reporting their news that they're reporting. Does that make sense? Anyway, this isn't always my belief. Anyway, Juventus are planning to let De Ligt go to bring in Vlahovic. Mino Raiola would bring Romagnoli to the club. Okay. No. When I say no, I mean that would be ridiculous. That would make no sense. That'd be like cutting off your leg to add an arm. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Yes, I mean I understand Vlahovic is a generational talent, but you know who else is a generational talent? Matthias De Ligt. You know who might be a little bit more important right now? Probably De Ligt. De Ligt is a more important piece for your future than would be Vlahovic. The only way I could see this getting done is if you know for a fact that De Ligt is done with Juventus, that he wants out, that he wants to make a move, and he's going to make it happen regardless, then I can understand you acquiescing to that. But as it stands right now, makes zero sense to be like, okay, De Ligt, you're gone. Let's bring in Vlahovic and let's replace you with Romagnoli. And Romagnoli, fine. I mean, some of my other co-hosts don't think as highly of him. I mean, I'd be fine with him. You know what I mean? Like, it is not an equal replacement for De Ligt at all. But it's an option that Juventus could use. But as it stands right now, it does not make sense to me unless De Ligt is forcing your hand to make that move, to get rid of him, to bring in Vlahovic. I want to bring in Vlahovic, let's be clear, but I think you need to have them both. If I were to pick the two right now, I'd probably stick with keeping De Ligt just because of what the center back room looks like. If you lose him, that's a big hole, and Juventus the defense will be the next midfield, if you will. That's what it's going to look like. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but Chiellini's going to be out. Bonucci's going to be out eventually. They're getting old. Chiellini could have retired already. We'll see what happens. It just doesn't make sense to me, again, to do that. So we'll see if it happens, but I'm doubtful, personally. All right, let's move it on. Maybe this will be something that's more realistic, but also sad. Mirko Di Natale is reporting that in January, Juve will try to seize an opportunity. The club inquired about the situation related to Muriel and Milik. They like Icardi and Scamacca, but they will hardly move under favorable conditions. No concrete info on Martial and Aubameyang. So there's just some updates right there when it comes to those players. It's just threw 6 names at you, really. Just to say yes, no. Muriel, I'd be fine with Milik. Get the hell out of here with Milik. I do not want to hear Milik ever again mentioned with Juventus. Not interested in the player. He's a cancer. Not a cancer. He's a cancer to me. Not like he's a bad player or a bad person or any of that. It's not what I'm saying. But I just don't think he's what I want at Juventus. Injury prone in the past. Doesn't excite me, doesn't do anything for me personally. I just don't want Milik. It was a thing that was being passed on us when Saudi was here, and it kept popping up and it wouldn't go away. And that's what I mean. It's a cancer, and it just keeps recurring and keeps growing. The growth keeps coming back when you cut it away. No thank you to Milik. If we have to go to Icardi or Scamacca, it's a difficult situation for me there. We're going to talk more about Scamacca. Anyway, those are the names. Muriel, I'd be a little bit more open to, but it just really depends on how financially that one would be set up. Let's move on to Romeo Agresti, who's reporting about the striker situation, saying that Juventus are looking for a loan opportunity. Scamacca is liked, especially in view of the summer. As for January, Sassuolo are putting up a wall and value him at around 40 million euros. Talks on the Milik front, but nothing more for now. And please keep it that way. We don't need Milik. Get him the hell out of here. um, we're gonna keep monitoring this Scamacca situation. As it stands, I think we here are kind of not really truly believing, but they're starting to pick up a lot of steam when it comes to Scamacca. At least the rumors are really being floated out there. Who's floating those rumors out there? I don't know, but they're filtering into Gazzetta dello Sport. They're filtering into a lot of things, so I'm interested to see exactly where they go with that. For right now, it seems that Scamacca is probably the top option to come in January, just because it seems that PSG aren't interested in selling Icardi, especially not in the situation they currently have right now. They really don't want to loan him out without an obligation or anything like that. So we'll see how it goes. As it stands right now, though, we'll keep an eye on it. I don't see Juventus paying 40 mil. Moving on to the next one is really talking about Scamacca more in depth. Gazzetta dello Sport's reporting that Juventus will try for Scamacca in January. Again, you should have done it a year ago. I think a year ago would have made so much more sense. If you could get him for the 20 million euro range last year and you could have had him as your fourth striker, we'd be in so much better of a situation currently. And that's what I believe last January. I'm not just saying this in retrospect. I believe that last January, and I still believe it today. We'll see how it plays out now, though, especially at a higher price range, which I just don't agree with. Scamacca in January, the club is ready to offer 30 to 35 million euros. The goal is to avoid auctions with Inter and Milan in June. So definitely a situation to watch out there. We'll see if Arrivabene or Cherubini can work out a deal with why am I blanking on his name? Carnevale once again, and see if maybe they can not swindle him, but pull another situation that they pulled with Locatelli. But I don't know if I truly believe that it'll happen. We'll see. We'll keep you updated throughout the month of January. Of course, we'll see if this is another one that we wait till the last moment if anything actually does happen. I'm still kind of in the boat where I believe that nothing's going to happen. Maybe some sales, but I just don't believe a lot of other things will really happen right now as it stands for Juventus to bring in anybody, which is kind of conflicting with some of the not reports, but there's this I saw a tweet going out. I can't remember who reported or whose feeling was this. It's something giving something to the point of saying that Arrivabene and Cherubini are really on the not chopping block, but they're not a hot seat exactly, but kind of that way because of how poorly viewed last Mercado was. And saying that they need to have a big January. My friend, I don't see that happening. If you really think they need to make a splash in January, when they brought in Locatelli, who was a solid player, but it took too long, and then you also had Moise Kean, who as of late has not really lived up to the expectations. I don't know what you really can expect in this Mercado to do better. When I say better than that, I'm not saying those are great options. Let's be clear with that. What I'm saying is, what can you really do to bring in? The only thing I can see you bringing in right now that would be, oh, wow, that was a great Mercado, or that was a better Mercado than the Summers at least, is bringing in either one of Pogba or Vlahovic. I don't think Scamacca would be equivalent. That's my personal opinion. And then maybe also making sure, maybe finally getting the Ramsey situation resolved, as well as maybe selling like a Rabiot or something. I don't know. Personal opinion, I don't think it's possible, but anyway, we didn't really put that one in here, but I just wanted to include that because that was something that I thought was kind of an interesting talking point personally. And then finally, as quickly as I want to talk about this because I am done with him, Romeo Gresti is reporting, not Romeo Gresti, I'm not done with Romeo, I'm done with Ramsey. Romeo Gresti is reporting that a new contact is expected this week between Juventus and Ramsey's agents, parties working to find a team in the Premier League, thinking about a potential loan until June with Juve, who could help pay part of the salary. I'm going to give you no opinions on that one because it's Ramsey. I'm done with him. These reports keep coming out. I'm done with him. We give you the thought. We give you that. No thoughts. My mind is clear, Ramsey. There we go. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you all for tuning in. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on all the news stories we talked about today. What are your thoughts about the Dybala drama, whatever situation going on with him? What about Pogba? What about Scamacca? Would you trade the Ligt for Vlahovic? Let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section down below. I promise I'll try to read them today. I know some people have asked, like, you're all not reading the comments. We read the comments. I apologize. It's been very busy here lately for me personally with the holidays. I've got a toddler who is terrorizing me day in and day out. So anyway, we appreciate the communication back and forth with you guys. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.